Can't get any words. Podcast on blast, giving you the real talk, no holding back. Can't get any worse, we'll make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join the movement. Let's change the game with the Can't Get Any Worse Podcast.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. Just a little disclaimer, as we do every fucking week of the podcast. We should turn the podcast into the Can't Get Any Worse camera podcast. Just flick the old GoPro on again, ready to record this, and it came up with some other notification to like reset times and dates and all that sort of shit. So who knows if this is recording or not, but hello if you're watching, hello if you're listening. So in some shape or form, this is going to get out into the atmosphere. So happy Tuesday, everyone. It is Monday afternoon here. So I'm fresh off the back of Parker's Kindy orientation. So he moves up to Kindy next year at like the school that he'll be going to, like the primary school. So basically, we just had to go there. Nikita's like, he coming to his orientation, and I knew it was just going to be, let's say it, as rude as it sounds, I knew it was going to be a waste of time, to put it nicely. And I said to Nikita, I go, are we just going to go and watch them like play with Play-Doh or something? Or do we go there and they're like, this is fucking this is that, this is what he'll be learning. And she's like, I don't know. So I'm like, all right, I guess I better do the good dad thing. And before I go and record a podcast, I'll go to the orientation, see what's up. And of course, it turned out to be the first option. Basically, we met the teachers and stuff, which is cool. And then they just said, go play for like a couple hours. So we just had to follow him around while he was investigating all the playground equipment and stuff, which I suppose is good to do. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be the first day next year and then that's when the freak out happens. So luckily there were a couple of kids there that he already knew and he just fucking basically went off and played with them. So that's been my morning. It's also Remembrance Day here in the land of Australia. So I said that to Nikita. We got in the car after the orientation thing. Now, we've spoken about this. Don't like shitting on my wife on the podcast. Actually, I do like shitting on my wife on the podcast. She just doesn't seem to like it. But she just keeps getting herself in these little holes, you know what I mean? And we got in the car after the orientation. Let's preface this again. Nikita is not a stupid person. She just says silly things sometimes that I like to bring out into the open. So we get into the car after orientation. I turn the key and I go, oh, it's Remembrance Day. We'll have to remember to do a minute silence. And she goes, oh, shit, is it 7-Eleven already? And I'm like, what? She goes, 7-Eleven. Like, is that what the date is? I'm like, no, it's Remembrance Day. And she goes, yeah, on the 7th of the 11th. And I go, no, 7th of the 11th is 7-Eleven Day, where you get to go into any 7-Eleven and say, hey, can I have a free Slurpee? And you get a free Slurpee. This is slightly different. So she sits back in her seat and she gets ready for a second attempt and she goes, oh, okay, 9/11. And I go, no, it's not 9/11 either. Have another stab in the dark. And she was fresh out. She was fresh out of convenience store freebie days and also horrific events in world history. So then I just had to tell her it's the 11th of the 11th, yada, yada, yada. So hopefully all you guys remember to do your minute silence yesterday for you guys, today for me. So, yeah, what else has been happening? That's just a little glimpse into my morning. So to be fair, most of the talking points I get ready on a Monday morning, right, before I come and talk, I have not done that this morning. So literally everything I'm going to talk about could be all over the shop because normally I try and weave a path, you know what I mean? Take you guys on a mystical journey. Sometimes we'll start at work and then we'll dip into kids and wife and we could end up anywhere. Whereas this week, we could bounce from work to kids, back to work, back to fucking comedy, to everywhere. We're going on an adventure together. So I don't even know what order these are in. So I'm just going to read them one by one and then we're going to go for it. You know what I mean? So let's have a little sip. Oh, that is beautiful. All right. First headline. First headline of the week. Let's go. This isn't even a good story. I don't know why the fuck. Oh, what a fucking idiot. I don't know why I wrote this down. Sometimes I'm super stressed that it's going to be a quiet week on the podcast front. So I just jot down literally anything out of the ordinary that happens in my life. And I'm like, just in case I've got nothing to talk about, I'll talk about this. So the talking point number one I've got. Last week I woke up. I went to go to work. So I leave the house about between 4 to 4:30 in the morning, right? So it's still dark outside. I try to be super quiet, things like that. So I've got my esky, my laptop bag, my gym bag. I'm loaded up, ready for work. And I walk out the front door, and normally I close like our wooden door and then our security screen door, and I close them so quietly to make sure that I don't wake up Nikita or the kids or anything before I go. And normally that's sweet. This morning, I've closed the wooden door. Perfect. Lock it. Seamless. Just like an ordinary morning. But this morning, I've closed the screen door, and as I've closed it, this fucking warm, wet thing has just slapped me on the forehead and almost like slid down my face. And I have freaked the fuck out, slammed the screen door as loud as you can slam a door at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I've looked to the floor. This cheeky little gecko's just dropped from the roof onto my fucking face and just slid down my face onto the floor and ran away. And then Nikita and Parker both got woken by the commotion. They come to the front door. They're like, what happened? I'm like, Gecko hit me in the face. So I wish it was a tougher story. I wish the people who did the original home invasion, they came back and I was like, fuck this, not on my watch. This is not happening again. Beat the fuck out of them, and they literally just drove off before you guys came to the front door. I wish that was the real story, but yeah, unfortunately a little gecko just came and mated with my face, and I was a little bitch and screamed and slammed the front door. So talking point one, how do you guys feel about that? Was that worth bringing to the podcast table? Hopefully there's a new listener this week, and he's like, oh, I'm just going to fucking check in with this guy, see what the podcast is all about, and he's just quickly tuned off right now. So thank you for listening to the first, what are we at? 7 minutes. First 7 minutes of the podcast. Something's going wrong this week. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. Here's another crazy thing that's been happening. This has been happening for 2 weeks now. This has been an issue in my life that I've been facing, and to the point it was starting to get weird and awkward, right? So what a coincidence. I'm wearing the pants right now. So I got some new gym shorts recently, and they're like almost like a board short material, right? Like I can't explain it any better than that. And about 2 weeks ago, I go to the gym before work, right? And I've got out of my car at the gym. I've looked down at my pants, and I've just had these 2 suspicious white fucking circles on my pants. And I don't know if you guys would jump to the conclusion, but it looked like I had fucking jizz on my pants. And I felt anyone that looked at me was going to be like, oh my God, that guy has cum on his pants. How embarrassing for him. Why is he even out in public like that? So I've done what you could only assume to do. I've got my water bottle out of my gym bag that still had a little bit of water left in it from yesterday's workout, squirted it on my hand, and I've rubbed the 2 white patches, and almost like rubbing some oil-based paint or something, it has fucking spread all over this leg of my pants now. So now it looks even worse. Like, I feel like I could have got through my workout and been secretive enough with it, just like a subtle slope of the towel or something while I was walking around the gym, or just like a sideways walk past some machinery and stuff. No one would have noticed. But now I have like a completely white leg of my pants. And obviously, like I said, it looks like a fucking cum stain on my pants. So I've had to come home that night and say to Nikita, I'm like, this is going to sound weird, but I need you to try and get a stain out of my pants. She goes, what is it? And I'm like, I don't know, but it looks like cum. And she's like, do you have cum on your pants? And I'm like, no, it's not cum, but it looks like it. I don't know what it is. So then she's like, okay, I got the stain out of your pants. Cool, problem solved. Couple days later, I get to the gym again. I'm like, what the fuck? It's there again. Like this time it was like 3 little speckles. And I'm like, I'm not rubbing it this time. I don't know what's going on. I come home that afternoon. I've traced my morning routine, right? I go kitchen, bathroom, everywhere. Just seeing if maybe I lean on something. And I'm like, maybe there's a bit of like cleaner or something left on the basin or something in the vanity. I don't fucking know. Maybe the kids have smeared some toothpaste on the vanity or something that I lean against. Nothing there. Everything checks out. Everything is fine. And I'm like, what is this shit? This happens, not even joking, maybe another 3 to 4 times over the last 2 weeks. And then I fucking cracked the code. I cracked the code about 2 days ago. I was so chuffed. I called Nikita straight away. I'm like, I know where the white stains are coming from. At this stage, she thought I was fucking having an affair with some bloke at a boat ramp or something like that. I don't know what she was thinking. Her husband was just coming home every day with cum stains on his gym pants. It did not look good on my front. It was literally on my front. Sorry, sidetracked right there. Anyway, I've got gym shakers, right? I have pre-workout before the gym. I noticed on one of my gym shakers, there was a small crack right around the rim here, just before the lip that you drink out of. And the pre-workout that I take is like a white powdery shit. And it was leaking out of there and just dripping straight onto my pants. And then by the time I'd finished my pre-workout and got to gym, it was all dried and like hardened and shit. And of course, like because pre-workout's a powdery shit, when you wet it and spread it, it just fucking wants to spread everywhere. It made so much sense. I was so stoked that I finally cracked the code. So had to throw the shaker out. Got to go buy a new shaker today. So, that was the case of the mysterious cum stain. That could be an episode title, but I think it's a 2 on the nose, I think. What else has happened? Oh, here's a crazy little story. So I got 2 boys, as you guys know. And as boys do, I join in. I'll put my hand up. I'll join in. A lot of the time in this house, it's just fucking wrestling and fighting and kicking and throwing shit at each other and just antagonizing each other, you know what I mean? And Westy's at that point where, like, you know when you're a kid and someone's like, stop doing that, and then they just like, they come and touch you with their finger just to get like one last touch in, and it irritates me so bad. Anyway, we're in the kitchen the other day, and he's doing that sort of shit, and I'm like, seriously, stop. I'm like, if you do it again, I'll, like, we fucking wrestle and shit on the ground. I'm like, I'll get you down and I'll choke you out until you tap. Which sounds aggressive now that I say it into a microphone, but trust me, it's nothing but love. I let go right before he reaches unconsciousness, but he kept going and going, and then I've like dropped whatever I had on the kitchen bench and I've turned to him as if I'm about to go and tackle him, and he's full squared up in karate stance, right? But I don't know if you guys have ever done this in your life, but when you fuck around and you pretend you know karate, you're like, karate, or something like that. He looks me in the eyes and he goes, I hope you're ready for some Pilates. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, Pilates, I'm about to do some Pilates on you. I'm like, I think you're getting Pilates and karate mixed up. And he's like, oh yeah, karate. So yeah, again, that was not as funny as in the moment. So maybe this is what I should start doing. I should start recording these moments, and then the whole podcast could just be recorded segments of my life. Saved me a lot of voice strain, actually. Anyway, that was fun. The last one, see, I would have tied this one back to the crazy Nikita story earlier, but didn't have time. So let's jump back to Nikita. I was in the office the other day, right? I was in the office. And every now and then, like I've said on here, our kids and the neighbours' kids, they always play with each other. They're always yelling over the fence, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes the parents come and get involved. We talk to the parents over the fence. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's having a great day, right? And I was in the office doing something on my laptop. Nikita and the kids are in the backyard. The kids are being crazy, doing whatever they do. So I've got that sound tuned into my head, right? Like this is the autism kicking in. I've got that sound tuned in my head so I can still work at the same time. And then I hear Nikita start having this conversation, like an adult conversation. And it went for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, fuck, she's talking to the neighbors for ages. Like normally it's just a, hey, how are you? What's been going on? The usual, right? But this was like an in-depth conversation. And I start listening and Nikita's like, oh, how are you today? What are you doing? Just weird, like normal shit like that, right? And after 5 minutes, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm like, maybe both of their parents are out there. I'm like, maybe I should show face, be polite. So I get up out of my office, I walk to the back door and I'm looking at Nikita. And if you stand at our back door, you can't see the neighbor's fence yet. Like I can just see Nikita standing in the middle of the backyard talking. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck is she doing? So I open the back door, I walk out a little bit further. No one there. No parents, no neighbors, nothing. And I look at her and she's still having this conversation. And I thought she was going mentally insane. I've gone, babe, who are you talking to? And she looks at me and she goes, the dogs. She was standing in the backyard having a 15-minute conversation with the neighbor's dogs as if they were fucking normal people and replying to her. So that's the brain waves that my wife's on at the moment. So tell me if your guys' wives stand in the middle of the backyard and have a conversation with the neighbor's dogs as if they're a normal person that can reply to you. Oh, where are we at? 16 minutes. Oh, we're fucking killing it today. We're killing it, ladies and gentlemen. I've got one more thing and then we'll rip into weekend comedy. So last week I came to you with that random stoner thought of how heavy houses were, which everyone seemed to love, weirdly. So I figured I had another thought this week, and I was like, oh, I'll jot that down and bring it to the table since people like that one so much. Like I said, I've been doing a little bit of admin work the last couple of weeks. A little bit of that has been meeting with some different venues and things like that, getting some more comedy happening in some other venues and stuff, which we'll keep quiet for now, but things are bubbling under the surface. So everyone stay tuned for that shit. Anyway, Friday afternoon, I had a meeting up in the city with a venue, and obviously I've put my fancy clothes on, which consist of jeans, and I was like, it was hot as fuck on Friday. It's hot as fuck again today. If you're in Queensland, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I put these jeans on, and I've always seen jeans as like, they're long pants, so you wear them when you're cold, right? And that's always been in my head. Like, you never wear jeans unless you're cold. So I'm stressing that I'm going to be sweating my dick off in these jeans. I get dressed, I start walking around in them, and then I drive to the city, start walking around in the city, and I'm feeling fine. I'm like, wait a minute. Jeans aren't hot unless you want them to be. Like jeans aren't hot, but they can be, if that makes sense. Like, because you see people wear jeans all day, every day, and I'm like, how are they not hot? I feel like it's like a mental thing that you clip on, because then I tried to start making myself hot in my jeans, and it just wasn't working. I was like, no, because like I want to be cold, but my jeans can let me be whatever temperature I want to be. So that's a sick little fact about jeans. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but yeah. It's been a slow week. Ladies and gentlemen. Need to start getting out and doing some more comedy again instead of all this fucking office shit, you know what I mean? Otherwise I go mentally insane and start saying weird shit, like houses are heavy and jeans aren't hot, but they can be. Ugh. Let's rip into weekend comedy. Let's see if that can steer this train back on its tracks. Had the Newmarket Hotel on Monday. First time I've done it since the renos took place. So it's been shut for, I don't know, I imagine it would be close to like a year. And they've fully kitted this place out now. Like, I didn't even know there was a second story to that place. So yeah, renos are well underway there. They're not anywhere near being finished, but there's a stage and there's an area for comedy to partake in. So I guess that's the bonus. So got up there. Crowd was relatively quiet from what I am used to seeing at the Newmarket Hotel, but it wasn't horrendous. Like there was maybe 20 people there, 20 people plus the comedians. And by the time I got on, there might have been 25, 30 there. So it's not too bad. It was all right. So I've started to look forward to it. And I'm like, oh, this might be pretty cool. The first comedian got up, and she did well. One of the staples in the scene. She emceed the last, not the last Distillery Road one, the one before, Anissa. So, if you can go see her. I was on a show with her again on Wednesday. She gave me a bit of a pep talk before I got on. We'll get onto that when we get to that one. But, she got up, had a crush, as she does. And then it was three or four, like, back-to-back first-timers, or it was, like, within their first 5 gigs they've ever done, right? So they were pretty fresh. And there was, like, a bit of nostalgia there, right? Watching them get up and just throw these ideas out that they thought was funny, and then almost like realizing, oh shit, maybe that wasn't as funny as I thought it was in my head. And it was like, oh fuck, I so remember that like it was yesterday, just going through all those ideas and it just not working out and just going, holy fuck, this, I don't think I can do this. So that was pretty cool to see. And then this dude gets up before me. I'm getting ready to do my set. This dude jumps up and basically the room was starting to pick up, right? It was starting to get there on the last act that got up before this guy. And then this dude's opening joke, he gets up and he goes, I'm not going to say what he said exactly, right? But the preface of the joke, he goes, hey everyone, I'm autistic and I'm also a black man. And everyone's looking at this guy who's clearly fucking white. And we're like, that's weird, where's this going? And then he goes, yeah, so all my friends call me the autistic N-word. Hard R. Like he was saying that shit from the 60s, straight down the barrel. And this is only the second time in my comedy journey I've heard someone drop that word that can't use it, you know what I mean? That's a white person. And when this word gets said, it is like a nuclear bomb in the room, right? It just fucking zaps any energy that's in there. Just everyone gets so fucking tense and just silence, literal silence. And I'm like, fuck, I have to follow this guy. So I'm in my head now. I'm like, how am I going to just win the crowd back, like ease into them? And as I'm doing that, I'm literally standing there in silence. And this is within 10 seconds of this going down, right? All the comedians start looking at each other like, holy shit, what has this guy just done? And one of my close friends in the scene, he's emceeing Distillery Road this week, Chris Martin. He leans over to me and just goes, oh shit, man, that sucks for you. It looks like you're going to have to write a new opening joke. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Which that was good. It broke the tension that I had. It eased me back into a laughing mindset. So I just got up there and played the old casual fucking, oh, hey, everyone, I just got here. What did I miss? And then luckily that got a laugh and then I had him from there. But yeah, it was fucking, it's insane to see. If you're ever at a comedy show and you see that, buckle in. It was nuts. It was nuts. But yeah, Kanye and Jay-Z often say N-words in Paris, but Monday night was N-words in Newmarket. So I might write a rap parody called N-words in Newmarket. Do you reckon that title's a bit on the nose? I don't know. That could be a contender. But Wednesday or Thursday? I think it was Thursday, actually. One sec. Thursday, I got a call up from my friends down at Base Comedy who throw me a lot of gigs, and they go, oh, we just had a dropout for our new room at Surfers Paradise. You keen to take it? And I'm like, why not? Why not? Like I said 10 minutes ago, I need to start getting more gigs again. So I'm like, let's fucking do it. So he adds me to the group chat, and I was, let's say, half nervous about playing a new room. I don't know what it is. Like, the first time I play a room, I'm like, there's a little bit of nerves there. You don't know where everything is in the room. You don't know how the crowd's going to be sitting. Multiple things, right? Second thing, once I got added to the group chat, I saw that the headliner for the night was Mike Goldstein. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but hilarious comedian, has a super successful podcast that I listen to weekly with Nick Kappa, who again is fucking one of my favorites in the Australian scene. And I was like, shit, I need to play this cool. I cannot bomb in front of him, and B, I can't run up to him and be like, oh my God, I'm your biggest fan. I listened to your podcast. Oh, it was so funny when you said this week. Like I had myself on a short leash that night. So I get to there, and it's a bit of a funny one because it's legit the age-old classic. You're doing comedy in the middle of a restaurant. A lot of people don't know you're going to be there. To be fair, it's very well advertised, and the staff and stuff went around before the show. They're like, comedy's about to start in 15 minutes down there, blah, blah, blah. So there was a fair chunk of people there for comedy, but still in the outer skirts, there were still just people having their dinner and having a normal conversation on a Thursday night. So that was a little bit distracting. It was super distracting, actually. So the first couple of comedians, they got up. Anissa was the MC on this one as well, and she was winning them over. She like, I don't know, she has this cool talent where she can just get almost any crowd on her side, which is cool. But I guess that goes down to, like, she does multiple gigs every night from Brisbane to the Gold Coast. Like, I would hate to see the kilometers on her fucking car. But anyway, first couple of acts get up, and they were struggling, and they both got off after. They're like, fuck, was that as bad as it felt up there? I'm like, it wasn't like horrendous. I've definitely seen way worse. Like they were so in their heads that it was like the worst gig they'd ever fucking, like, not the worst gig, the worst set they've ever done, like both of them. And then that started to get on me. I'm like, fuck, like they're going to hate me. They're going to hate all my fucking dick jokes, blah, blah, blah. And right before I got up, like the second act was on, I was on third, and Anissa comes up to me. She goes, I think you're going to crush this room. And I'm like, I don't think so. Like, they're not laughing at anything. And she's like, no, I just feel like you're going to have this like way to win them over. She's like, I've never seen you bomb. And I'm like, A, that's a lie, or B, you just blank that out of your memory, because I've bombed so many times in front of you. But it was so nice of her to say. And then, I don't know, again, just gave me that little bit of confidence and snapped me in, and I won him over, luckily. I was fucking so stoked. And it wasn't a crush, but on that night, it was a good set. And it was like, I just kept looking over, like Mike Goldstein was in my periphery over on the left-hand side, and every time I'd hit a punchline, I'd look over and I'd just see like a little smile on his face, and I'm like, fuck yeah, like that's sick. So I went over to him after my set, and he goes, fuck, that was really good, mate. He's like, this is a hard as fuck room. Like, I think he was stressing as well about his like headline spot he had to do, and how he was going to try and win him over, but he's like, oh, all your bits are funny, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, like fangirling. Like I was running back to the car, punching air and shit. Still didn't tell him I was like biggest fan, but who knows? Maybe he's listening to this right now. He might have gone, hey, I'm going to take time out of my successful podcast this week and tune in to the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. But yeah, both him and Nick Kappa, both on my my little list to get on the podcast. Nick Kappa, he's probably one of the bigger ones I want to get on the podcast, because he's not from Gundawindi, but he's from like a town over. And it's pretty cool just to see someone from there now be like a successful touring comedian. So definitely keen to get him on and have a chat. What else we got? Oh yeah, the big one that I teased last week. My first what is it? What would you even call it? I don't know. Let's just say what it is. Josh Huha, that has been on the podcast twice back in the early days. Go back and listen to those episodes if you would like, but funny as fuck. He started comedy, blew up deluxe on TikTok, got hundreds of thousands of followers or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I met him at last year's Raw semi-final. We're both in that together and just like clicked straight away. And I said the other week that he dropped by while I was mowing the lawn, all that sort of shit, right? So it's like not close, but still keep in touch. Anyway, probably about a month or maybe even more ago, his wife messaged me and she goes, "Hey, I'm throwing a surprise 30th birthday for Josh, and it's more or less going to be a birthday party, and then we're going to surprise him with a comedy show at the end of it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, like, cool. I'll be stoked to be a part of it. Let's do it." So the idea was big surprise party. He rocks. He comes in, surprise, blah, blah, blah. We have a party. Then we have the comedy show. And then hopefully at the end of it, he gets up and does a set as well. So I cruised down there, and I was pretty nervous for this. I don't know why. I think it was because you hear people say like corporate gigs and like birthday parties and like weddings and things like that they're seen as like hell gigs, I suppose you'd say. Like they're not a comedy scene. Like it's not a comedy venue. It's not a comedy crowd. They're not there just for the comedy. Sometimes it can be a little bit weird. So I've got in my head, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to bomb in front of his family. This is going to suck. And I said this to Nikita, and she's like, just think of it as a normal comedy show. Just a comedy show with a cake. And I'm like, thanks. That was the inspiration that I needed. It's a comedy show with a cake. And then I get there and I find out I'm first on the lineup. I'm like kicking off with cum and dick jokes. Now, can't get any worse. But yeah. Oh, wait. We just skipped a fucking monumental piece of information. Actually, no, let's carry on with the birthday party and then we'll get to that. So we get there and having a fucking fun time. The other comedians that were on the lineup, I know them all as well. A few of them have been on the podcast before, but one of them I hadn't met before. His name was Tom Monley. Holy fuck. Apparently he's having like a bit of a hiatus from comedy as well. He hasn't done it for a few years, but he was a legit killer. Like he got on stage, no ring rust, just like fucking zinger after zinger. I was like, holy shit. So hopefully he makes a resurgence back into the scene. But yeah, it was cool to meet him and see his set. It was funny as fuck. And then Josh got up at the end, did a set. Again, crazy, this dude pretty much just wrote a set on the night. Got up, gave a couple of the comedians a little roast each, roasted his family, told a couple of off-the-cuff stories that like he was telling a bit and then a story jumped in his head and he's like, oh, fuck, here's a funny story. Told a story, made the crowd laugh, which, again, it's his friends and family, so they want to hear him talk. So I think like it was sick to see. He did maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes up there. So yeah, that was awesome. A couple of crazy things though, all right? All in all, it was a sick gig. Appreciate the gig. It was fun as fuck. Happy birthday, Josh. Now, there was a comedian, Denzo, he was on the lineup. The resilience and fucking determination this bloke had to get through his comedy set. Some of the craziest shit I've seen, right? He jumped up. He's about 3 minutes into his set. And then the fire alarm of the venue starts going off. And it's like 3 loud chirps. And it's like, emergency, please evacuate the building. And I don't know why it's like this in Australia. But I feel like in most places you hear that and everyone gets up and leaves the venue. That's what the instruction was, right? Literally everyone in the venue, as soon as this started going off, everyone starts looking at each other going, oh, it's probably not real. It's probably just a fire drill. Like, they need to make a fire drill that's like, this is a drill or this is a real fire. Please do not question this. But we sat there for like 10 minutes just going, oh, it's probably fake. And everyone's having this discussion, but Denzo is powering on with his set, just talking through this fucking siren and announcement. And then the venue staff came in maybe 5 minutes later. They're like, oh, it's a real one. You've got to leave. So we all had to fucking evacuate. Standing out there, a couple of fire trucks came. They've gone in. They've cleared the whole thing. It was just a false alarm. So we all funnel back in, right? Now, poor Denzo's halfway through his set. And he's like, all right, get back up on stage. I'll start trying to win the crowd back over, which, A, he's powered through the fire alarm. B, he's powered through the exiting, re-entrance, fucking everyone getting back in the room. Let's get our heads back into the comedy show. He's pushed through that. He gets back into his set. And now every second word through the microphone starts dropping out. And we're like, what the fuck is going on to poor Denzo? And turns out the batteries in the microphone had gone flat. And we're like, Denzo, this is it. He was like Rocky that day. He just would not fucking go down. He didn't give a fuck that everyone couldn't hear the second word, like every second word of his joke. He was pushing through, and then he'd get to the punchline and it wouldn't quite hit because they didn't get the lead up to the joke. But he didn't give a fuck. He was there to deliver jokes that day. So hats off to Denzo, just pushing through all the fucking diversity. But yeah, the big one. Let's get into it. So like I said, stressing about the gig, right? Get in my car about lunchtime yesterday, drive down the coast. I'm 5 minutes from the venue. I'm driving down this long stretch of road down the Gold Coast, and there's a set of traffic lights. Now, I had pulled up. There was probably 20 cars in front of me, right? And the lights had gone green, and then maybe 4 cars at a time were getting through, right? No, maybe more than that. Let's round it off like this. If there was 20, there was 10 cars getting through because it went off twice while I was there, okay? And there was a red light camera, so I was like, I'm not running this no matter what. So the first lot goes in, they turn, then the next lot goes. Now I'm first up at the line, ready to go through the light. Now as the car in front of me goes, the light turns orange while it's halfway through the intersection. So I'm like, oh, I don't have enough time to gun this, and I don't want to get a fucking ticket. So I've stopped at the line. Now I've stopped. I'm at it still for maybe, I don't know, 3 seconds. I'm at a static stop. I think that's the word. And then I look in my mirror and I just see this silver Corolla fucking gunning it. And I'm like, this dude isn't going to stop. And I just knew like from that moment. And I don't know if that was a good thing or not, like, because I feel like I like braced myself and he just rammed straight up the back of me. I'm like, of course this dude hits me while I'm on the way to a gig. I'm already running late. Can't get any worse. This is my can't get any worse story of the week, ladies and gentlemen. So he jumps out and he's stressed the fuck out. And obviously he's just run up the back of someone. So I guess now this was the funny thing. I jump out of the car as well. And I don't know if this was his first line of defense is to try and like spin the blame, but his first words were, "Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I thought you were going to run it." And I'm like, well, don't pin this on me. I was not going to run a red light. I go, oh no, it's fucking turned orange. It's the red light camera over there. I wasn't going to risk it. He's like, oh fuck. He's like, and we walk to the back of my car. His car's fucked. Like he was just in this little silver Corolla. The front end is all just bent in now. And like, because I've approached from the front of the car, that's all I've seen. And I'm like, I do not even want to look at my car. I turn, look at my car. Looks like it's just rolled off the showroom floor. There was a bit of plastic, like a, what's it called? Like a step that you step up onto the back of the tray. That's just dislodged a little bit. So we're looking at my car. He's like, your car looks sweet. And I'm like, then I start to feel bad because, this could have been the saving grace. For whatever reason, the old bloke that I bought my car off, it looks like he's put like an extended tow ball on it. Like not overly extended like you see, but it's longer than the standard one. And I feel like when my tow ball entered the front end of the Corolla, like our cars basically had sex. My tow ball dick went inside his Corolla vagina. And the Corolla was basically, she said, I don't think I'm ready for this. And basically backed away. So the tow ball must have hit something hard and just stopped the Corolla from coming any further. But there's one other slight dent on the chrome part of my rear bumper. But I'm like, I got 2 boys. Like they're going to ride past it one day and bang their scooters or bikes or something into it. There's going to be more scratches than that. So I was like, oh, fuck. Like running late for a gig and he's peeking. I'm like, look, can I just get a photo of your license, get your details, get your insurance details, blah, blah, blah. He's like, fuck, I don't have an Australian driver's license. I'm from the UK. I'm a backpacker, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, great, fucking sick. So part of me was like, I'm never going to get money out of this bloke. But hats off to him. I got all his details, got a photo of his license. I called him on the spot to make sure he didn't give me a fake number. His phone called. And I'm like, all right. Like he seemed nice enough. He seemed legit. And still I'm like, I'm running late for a gig. I'm in this mindset. He goes, oh, I'm so sorry again. And then he sends me a text like 3 hours later. He's like, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't make you late for your gig. Any expenses, please let me know. I'll pay for them straight away. And I was like, okay, he's a decent bloke. Is at the very least, I've now got a text message from him admitting that he hit me. So I tried to fix what was broken, and there was just too many little plastic clips that clip that piece on snapped off. So basically, as I've tried to hit it more in place, more have snapped off, and it's fallen off now. So I jumped on Google, found the part, and I just text him. I go, look, this is the part I need. I go, if you want to buy it or you want to transfer the money to me and I'll buy it, I'll fit it myself. Problem sorted. And he's like, he was over the moon. He's like, thank you so much. Send me your bank details or I'll order it and I'll drive it up to your place. Whatever you want to do. I'm like, sweet. So dodged a curveball, but fuck me. It rattled me even more before the gig. Just there's something about rocking up to a comedy gig and everyone like, hey, what's been going on? And you're like, oh, I was just in a car accident. And then it's basically like dropping the N-bomb. Just sucks the fucking energy. But let's rip into the next couple of things we've got here. I'm not going to dig too deeply in this, right? I'm staying way the fuck out of it. But I did have the plan to... I'm going to talk about the US election, right? Touchy subject. Oh, I just felt everyone else tense up as if I dropped the N-bomb. I was going to have a bit of fun. I was going to come in here. I was going to put my Trump hat on that Ash gifted me on the 100th episode. But Jesus Christ, the world has lost its mind over this, haven't they? And I don't know. There's a couple of ways to look at it, right? And I think the big factor for everyone is the whole women's rights section of it, right? Which, again, I don't entirely agree with it. But if you had to sit down and look at both candidates and be like, just start with that. Sit down and look at both candidates. Neither of them you really want to run your country or in reality, like the world, I suppose. Like the president of the US is always seen as like the leader of the free world or whatever, right? Neither of these two really jumped out to anyone. But when you sit down, you look at everything side by side, I feel like Trump had the better argument. He also had the better team behind him. Like, I don't know if you guys have been listening to much JD Vance, who's now like it's his vice president. I've turned into quite the JD Vance dick rider. He's jumped on a few podcasts, and the dude is just so down to earth. And like he was on Theo Von's podcast just talking about like Theo's like it's pretty fucked up that cocaine's illegal in America. Like, who can say that to the vice president? And then the vice president laughs and starts joking about drugs with him. So yeah, it was cool. It was also cool that he went on Rogan's podcast as well. And Rogan basically pinned him about the whole abortion rights and things like that and broke it down to like the next layer. And JD Vance even admitted like on Rogan, he's like, oh, like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know enough about it to say that what you're saying is wrong or right. He's like, but you've definitely given me the information to go back and like present it to the team. And if what you're saying is true, like that's not what we're trying to do. So I feel like they're somewhat open. I don't know. I'm fucking staying out of all that shit. So, but yeah, he's got JD Vance, Elon Musk. He's getting Elon Musk to go and do like a full sweep of like documents and shit. Like that's nuts in itself. He's got RFK, who was running for the election himself, and then he's like, actually, I'll just jump on Trump's team. Now he's sending out tweets and shit that's basically like telling people to keep he's like, A, keep your records, and B, pack your bags. And he's like basically just going to make like food and all that sort of shit in the US better for everyone. So yeah, I don't know. I personally am happy, I suppose, that Trump won. I just could not stand Kamala Harris. Like you watch the compilations and shit of her on YouTube and TikTok. She just could not string a sentence together that made sense. Like she would just, every sentence would be filled with 30 extra words that didn't need to be there, that didn't answer the fucking question. It really irritated me. But yeah, my favorite thing from the whole thing has been watching Abby Chatfield on TikTok. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Abby Chatfield. She was basically on one of the earlier seasons of The Bachelor. She blew up from that. Then Australia fell in love with her. She became the Bachelorette. She got the reality TV starter pack, right? She got a radio show. She got a podcast. She got fucking spots on reality TV shows like fucking, I don't know, Thank God, not Thank God You're Here. What's the one where they get put on an island or something? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, now she's become like Australia's leader of all the, whatever there is in the world, she jumps on the bandwagon. She's queer. She's non-binary. She claims Indigenous. She's autistic. She's got ADHD. She's got everything. It was fucking, yeah, it's nuts. She irritates the fuck out of me, right? Anyway, the first couple of weeks leading up to the election, she was so smug and arrogant of just all the TikTok she was putting up. She's like, oh, this is why Kamala Harris is going to win. Oh, Trump's a piece of shit. Just going like full in, like just being the dumbest bitch ever, right? And then the switch hits, right? Trump wins the election. Holy fuck. I have never been so happy to watch a meltdown take part in front of my own eyes than Abby Chatfield's TikTok at the moment. Just on there, just arguing with people about the stupidest shit. And just like, she just keeps she's like, oh, Joe Rogan's a misogynist piece of shit for like endorsing Trump, which I don't get that argument. I've heard a couple of these people in this scene, like in this big women scene that is pretending the world is over for women at the moment, right? Those people are like, oh, Rogan's a piece of shit for endorsing Trump. Women are never going to have rights again. I don't know if they realize Joe Rogan, he's got a wife and 3 daughters. I don't know if he would be entirely set on making the world hell for them. You know what I mean? He's also spoken to people on both parties. Like, if there's anyone in the world, and I understand a lot of people hate him. Some people listening to this might fucking love Abby Chatfield, and I hate her. So everyone's got a different opinion, and everyone's entitled to that. But no one can sit down and argue that Joe Rogan doesn't have one of the most open minds in the world. He has spoken to people from all walks of life, people with all different thoughts and opinions, everything. So yeah, I don't know. I got nothing else to say on it other than I'm pretty glad Trump won. Let's see what he does for the next 4 years. He's either going to make it way worse or he's going to, like, within the first 24 hours of him being elected, like, so much Bitcoin's risen again. Putin reached out to him and said he's ready to talk about stopping war. The president of the Ukraine reached out and said he's interested in talking about stopping the war. Like, just that alone, it's like, okay, I don't think Kamala would have been able to do any of that. But anywho, if you want a full, detailed, in-depth recap of the election, go listen to the Tim Dillon podcast he dropped this week. It gives you a full recap of things you need to know about the election with Tim Dillon's little spin making it funny as fuck. He just goes on like a 2-minute rant about abortion and how women are upset that they're like, oh, we understand we can get cheap groceries now, but we just wanted to go down and get an abortion. And he just starts screaming about abortion in the microphone. So if that sounds like it's down your alley, go check that out. But what else is happening this week? Let's rip straight into sport because I think we're coming close to time. I'll talk about that other thing I had up there next week. But yeah, big weekend on the fighting front this week. So Saturday, it's finally going down. Something could happen in the next few days, but at this stage, it looks like it's happening. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, free on Netflix, which is pretty sick in its own right. I'm pretty stoked that, because I wanted to watch this fight, and the only reason I watched the last Mike Tyson fight is because my dad bought it, so I got to watch it for free. If I had to pay for this, I probably wouldn't watch it, but because it's going to be free on Netflix, there's no excuse not to watch it. Look, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck who wins, but deep down, I would love to see Mike Tyson win. Just something about, I think he's like close. If he's not 60, he's very fucking close. Just seeing him knock out this young up-and-coming kid, I think would be sick. And yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people hate Mike Tyson. Same deal. So many people hate Mike Tyson, but so many people hate Jake Paul as well. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's rip onto something I know a little bit more about, UFC. So there was a fight night yesterday. There's this dude on there, and to be fair, this one has slipped through my radar. I only caught wind of him in the last week because my news feed was coming up with his highlights and shit. But his name's Carlos Patras, I think his name is, or Patras. But yeah, fuck, he came in and impressed again yesterday in the main event. So I reckon this dude, he has champ written all over him. But first round knockout over Neil Magny, who is, again, veteran of the UFC, is a staple. But he's last couple of years, he's become that gatekeeper of the welterweight division, though. So if you beat him, you're like on your path. You know what I mean? So keep an eye on that bloke. But the big one, UFC 309. Again, this one feels like Christmas. I felt like it was never going to come, but this is potentially, maybe not. I'm trying to remember what other cards we've had this year. But this card is fucking huge. Like, if you're not buying this UFC event, you're not a UFC fan. Early prelims. I just thought I'd highlight these ones, right? Because some people, like I said, I'm a deviant for it. I'll sit down. First fight, I'm there. Last fight, I'm there. Nikita fucking hates UFC Sundays. But if you're a betting man, I would be having a dabble in the early prelims for this new up-and-coming heavyweight. He is currently undefeated. If anyone's been watching the heavyweight division in the UFC lately, it's pretty dead. John Jones has pretty much held it up, right? John Jones and Stipe Miocic. Tom Aspinall is trying to get his chance to get in the title. Other than those three, there's just grizzled veterans going around knocking each other out every couple of months. There's not really anything coming through in the heavyweight division. But now they got this young dude. He's not even that young. I think he's already 31, but he's 8-0. So I think they're going to try and fast track this kid. And he's the very first fight of the night, I'm pretty sure. So go have a dabble on him because I feel like he might be the next big heavyweight we talk about. Did I say his name? I think it was Jonata Diniz or something. I don't even know how to fucking say his name, but he's fighting another veteran, Tybura. So yeah, check that one out. Mickey Gall is on the early prelims as well. This dude we thought was going to be the next big thing. He was found on Dana White's looking for a fight, like in the first season. And he fought CM Punk when CM Punk came over. And then since then, basically had one of the biggest fall-offs we've ever seen in UFC history. So he's found himself way back on the early prelims. I would not go anywhere near that fight. Who knows what's going to happen. But let's get on to some exciting ones. In the prelims, we got some literal UFC greats fighting. So Chris Weidman is returning again. He's fighting Eric Anders. So I like both those fighters. Most of me wants Chris Weidman to win just because the story of Chris Weidman, he's come up, him winning the title back in the day, and now him snapping his leg and just almost every fight he comes back for, he gets another injury and he won't go down. He just keeps coming back. He's like fucking Denzo on a comedy night. He just won't stay down. But Jim Miller's back as well. Jim Miller basically holds 1,000 different UFC, what are they? Records and shit like that. He's the only fighter to have fought on UFC 100, 200, and 300. I would highly doubt he's going to stick around till 400. The dude is like 68 at this stage. But check him out. I hope he doesn't... When these people, like when these greats are still fighting, you're like, fuck, I hope they don't lose too bad. But I don't know. Something about Jim Miller, he still just seems to have that grind about him. Get in there, get it done. On the main card, this one has got me pretty excited. So Bo Nickel, one of the biggest up-and-coming stars in the scene. Everyone is talking about this kid purely because of his wrestling pedigree. He's like one of the best wrestlers to ever come out of America, apparently. I don't know anything about that like high school wrestling scene where they wear leotards or whatever and wrestle each other, but what he's done in the UFC is fairly impressive to date. But he has just been fighting not nobodies, but no one that anyone really sees as a contender, if that makes sense. But this week he's fighting Paul Craig, who he's a veteran of the sport. A win over him, people might start looking at him a bit better. So if you're feeling a bit frisky, put some money on Bo Nickel. No, sorry, I just fucked that up. If you're feeling frisky, put some money on Paul Craig, because I feel like he's going to be a huge outsider, and he does have that experience in the cage where it's just going to take one thing to go wrong, where he could just get a lucky knockout or something like that. So if you're feeling frisky, jump on board. Oliveira versus Chandler for the co-main. I'm so keen to see Michael Chandler back in the cage and just see all that pent-up aggression that he's got towards Conor McGregor just unleashed on Oliveira. But in his own right, Oliveira is a beast as well. He's chasing that title back down. And I think if you don't have money on this being fight of the night, you're pretty fucking stupid. But, oh, fuck, cameras are going off. What do we got here? I think Nikita's home. Yep. Should we get her in? Should we get her in for an episode? But the big one, the main event, John Jones is back. He is fighting... where am I? Fuck, I lost it. John Jones, Stipe Miocic. It's finally here. It's going to be the saddest day in the world just watching Stipe go to sleep. There was a video on Instagram this morning of John Jones practicing his 12-6 elbows, which are now completely legal in the UFC. And I feel like that's how John is going to try and finish this fight. Just literally cracking Stipe's skull open. It's going to be a sad thing to see, but bet the house on John Jones. Bet if you've got whatever money you've got in the bank, whatever money you've got in Bitcoin that's now risen since Trump, throw it on John Jones because there's no way he's going to lose. But let's rip into motivational clip of the week. What have I got here? Oh, I haven't even fucking dragged it over. One sec. All right, here we go. Playing now. Oh, he's fucked it. He's fucked it. One sec. I swear I set this up. Now I've lost my mouse. Why is this not coming up? Or is it turned down here? This is podcasting, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why it's connected. Let's try it. Let's just try press play again. Ready?
Read the quote once more. If my life was a movie and someone were to watch it, I hope they'd be inspired to take risks, not just risks to achieve success, but embrace feeling, both pride and shame, fear and excitement. Personally, I want to experience as much life as possible, and that only happens when you embrace the highs and the lows.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty fucking sick for this week, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Now, shows for the week. Wednesday the 13th, I'll be at a Good Chat Comedy Club up in the city. Come check it out. And then the big one on Sunday the 17th, back at Distillery Road. So I don't want to say it, but this lineup is possibly one of the biggest lineups we've had to date. So locked in a huge headliner for December as well. So I will release that a little bit closer, but send submissions on Instagram at CantGetAnyWorsePodcast or via email at CantGetAnyWorsepod@gmail.com. If I don't speak to you there, I will see you later.
Can't get any worse, we'll make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join the movement. Let's change the game.